We want to prove all things. It's the book of Malachi, chapter 4. So like Malachi, chapter. This is Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will not. We already established who Esau Edom was. His name was later changed to Edom, which means red. I'm gonna reread it again. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. All right. So hey, they're called the border of wickedness, and that's why they didn't get that birthright. Why? Because they're just plain and simple, as the scripture say, they're the border of wickedness. They do nothing but wickedness. There's no righteousness in them. That's why you see to this day they're in rulership and they do nothing righteous. They everything they do goes against the scriptures. All right. They push out chemtrails in the air. Okay, we can name everything basically they do. They push out chemtrails in the air. Okay, they allow all these weird these abominable, okay, sexual behaviors to go on, pedophilia, okay, homosexuality, okay, lesbianism, all that stuff. They allow all that stuff to go on, okay, that which the Bible condemns and says not to do, okay, showing you that the wicked and that they're nothing, they're the border of wickedness means what? That's their end right there. They end with nothing but straight wickedness, you know. So from here, let's get let's get that scripture in the Apocrypha showing that, hey, it was all set up from the beginning. Matter of fact, Salakia, I'm gonna go back to Genesis real quick, and Genesis chapter, because I'm gonna read the account too when this is Genesis this is Genesis chapter 27. I wanted to read this account too because this is this is where it all started at as well. All right, ultimately it started in the book of, in the beginning, okay, um, with the serpent, okay, and the woman, all right, or in Adam taking heed, but ultimately then they were reincarnated as Cain and Abel, okay, then they came back as Jacob and Esau, you know, but I'm going to read, this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 1. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, and he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, my son. And he said unto him, behold, here am I. And he said, behold, now I am old, and know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, the weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. You know, so this was Jacob was telling him to go get the meat for him so he can eat, so he could bless him. But what did Rebekah do? And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat and bless thee before the Lord Yahweh before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock and fetch me thence. Fetch me from thence two good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me and not a blessing. I could read on and on, but basically, I'm gonna get to the point. But pretty much, this is Rebecca injecting in with Jacob, telling him to go and get the meat so that she can prepare it and that he can take it so that he can get blessed. And now, this is all the Lord setting it up, because the Lord, once again, as we said, as we read in that Ephesians 6, he was rejected. Esau Edom was rejected. And then I'm reading all this to show this is where it all started at. This is why to this day you have Esau Edom, okay, these so-called Caucasians hating on these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans with a perpetual hatred. As we can see, the accounts that went on through history and all the atrocities that have been done. All right, but this is Genesis 27, and I'll just keep reading on. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her elder son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savoury meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that my soul may bless thee. And Isaac said unto his son, How quickly is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy power brought it to me. So this was Jacob coming to Esau, Jacob coming to Isaac, his father, pretending to be Esau. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands, so he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. I'm going to get to the blessing point. This is when he blesses him. Therefore the Most High give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee and nations bow down to thee. Be the Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also made savoury meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. So this is right after Jacob got the blessing, the ultimate blessing, okay, and that's when Esau comes in, and we're gonna get to the point on what he says to his father. And Isaac trembled exceedingly and said, Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest. And I blessed him, yea. And he said, Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me, O my father. So he started crying. He was crying because he didn't get no blessing. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety and hath taken away my blessing, Salakia, thy blessing. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? So this is Esau begging his father, like, do you got at least something for me, while he's crying. And you can picture Esau, his face was probably red as hell while he was crying too. But and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So this is his father blessing him. All right, and this is why he has what he has to this day. This is why he's able to go wherever he wants. All right, he has the fatness of the earth right now. He can do Literally, these Edomites get to go wherever they want in the world and live there without nobody saying anything. Why? Because ultimately they've been given the fatness of the earth. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right. Now, this was another one of his blessings, that sword. Now, we know clearly that's why Esau, Edom, okay, they were the first to go bomb uh, Hiroshima, okay, Hiroshima, Japan, all right, with the nukes. All right, they were the first ones to use the nukes, showing you that they're the ones that that sword, okay, was their weaponry, their guns, and their missiles that they have. All right, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. So this is the point. Esau Edom hated Jacob from that point on to this day. He was already the wicked anyway, but this, is what started it all as well. Because Esau Edom, he's mad that Jacob blessed him, and he was just ultimately rejected. All right, Jacob was blessed, and Jacob took his blessing. Okay, ultimately it was set up from the beginning. He was rejected anyway. He wasn't made to be the righteous. The Lord made Jacob to be the righteous. You know, roughly paraphrasing that scripture, it says, before the twins were born, roughly paraphrasing, it was all for the purpose of the Most High to stand. You know, so this is the reason why to this day you got, what's going on. I'm just saying that, this is why you got what's going on to this day. Why? Because it all started here. Esau Edom hates you, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, you're the descendants of Jacob, being the Israelites. Esau Edom being the so-called white man, he hates you. Why? Because it's a blessing wherewith you have, plain and simple, the blessing. All right, and he knows that you're better than him. Okay, and that's why he hates you. You know. So that's pretty much the point of this lesson. I just wanted to go back to the basics, just showing why, why what's going on to this day, what went on in history and whatnot. And just going back over the history, so like the basics, is the basics, but really it's history, our history and the scriptures, because and this is real stuff that happened, So, but just pretty much going over this, concerning, the hate between Esau, the so-called white man, and Jacob, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, So, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son. I want to give double honor to the elders of Israel, which are the elders of great millstone, who rule well and teach well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to Joachim throughout the four corners of the earth, who continue to push and do the works in truth and in sincerity. I hope that lesson was edifying. Shalom.